Everybody having a good summit so far? A good first day? All right, before I get started in talking about challenges, as working as president of Synapse, there's some great people that I get to work with every single day, and there's a couple of people in particular that really helped us pull off these 2 days, and I really want to thank them. The first person, Lauren Prager, our vice president of programming. Give her a hand. She has done a phenomenal job. Every single breakout, 88 of them, everything on the main stage, she has organized and put together. Shannon Pastizo, our director of business development. Any one of you that's a sponsor or exhibitor got set up completely because of Shannon's. Thank you, Shannon. Lauren Jarrett, who is running our marketing, Dr. Lauren Jarrett. And in case you did not hear the news, we were trending nationally on Twitter today. That's quite an accomplishment for Tampa Bay and for the state of Florida innovation. And finally, DCE Productions, who, now that my mic is on, they have worked tirelessly to get this entire setup, put in a ton of volunteer hours. They do such a great job, and so thank you to DCE. Now onto the challenges. Albert Einstein said that we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that we used when we created them. When I spoke on this stage a year ago, March 2018, at the 2018 summit, I introduced this concept, saying that we were going to be doing these challenges and talked about the reasons behind them, that E&Y put out an article about Cincinnati and how that really created Cincinnati into a thriving community of innovation where it used to be a flyover city. Now, if somebody wants to innovate in the consumer product goods space, Cincinnati is the place they go, and Florida is going to be the place that people are going to be going for innovation in a lot of different industries. They are so important, these challenges, and a lot of it has to do with the process behind them. When a company will pose a challenge, it accesses that talent pipeline, the hidden talent. It really comes out from out of nowhere. They utilize innovative tools and processes, things that companies wouldn't see because they're so outside the box. It gets them to solve problems and creates prototypes, and these prototypes now can become products. The products become businesses. Businesses create jobs. Those jobs become companies. This creates a healthy financial cycle. It goes round and round in circles, and it really makes an entire ecosystem thrive, creating wins across an entire community. We've seen this a lot as it first took place with the Xprize. The Xprize was $10 million for whoever could create the first reusable space vehicle. Comparing it to the space shuttle, it was less expensive, the innovation was faster, the quality was better, and on top of that, there was more options with the crowdsourced innovation. It's a proven methodology. It is shown to work. On top of that, like we said with accessing that talent pipeline, the creators and the winners of the Ansari Xprize not only got $10 million, but they got acquired and are now known as Virgin Galactic. We've seen a lot of great success in 2018 with some of our Synapse challenges. We launched them with Metropolitan Ministries, solving a problem that was a true problem that they were having, where people in need were reaching out via social media to try to access help. And Metropolitan Ministries was struggling a little bit, trying to get them the help that they need. Matt Spalding created an artificial intelligence-backed chatbot, which he then spun into his now startup, Given, which is thriving. Hashed Health put on a challenge in the blockchain space, utilizing blockchain technology that would enable healthcare transactions to be shown in a nice way without being hacked. The winner was called Team Zero from Melbourne, Florida, and they won $3,000. But the true story about this is those two juniors from Florida Poly, Kyle and Zoe, who they finished third place out of 15 teams, having never coded a line of blockchain in their life. Somebody in the audience was so impressed at their pitch, they were hired the next day. Real jobs created. And then finally, Metro Development put on a challenge for a wearable technology, similar to the Disney Magic Band, except Disney spent $1.6 billion and Metro Development spent $10,000 to make this happen. 25 competitors took place, 5 finalists. The winning team, Team Blitz, who's an exhibitor today, they won the $10,000 cash prize. But of all the teams that also competed, 3 of the finalists got either jobs or follow-on work out of this. So we've seen that success. We see that talent pipeline. We see the IP creation. And all of that just leads to more and more wins across the community. Because these are so important, Tim Schar, the market president of SunTrust, has a very special announcement that he wants to provide of what SunTrust is going to do about these challenges going forward. Tim?
Thank you, Brian. So I moved here to Tampa about a year ago from San Francisco. And when I got here, I said, I need to find all my technology friends and venture capital friends and innovation and talk to the universities about the pipeline of talent. And I ran into Mark, to Tom, to Brian, and Andy, and I started learning about innovation challenges. We're a mission-driven company. Lighting the way to financial well-being is what we're focused on, and that means a lot of things. To some it means investments, and to some it means commercial loans and mortgages, but we also look to our community because we know when we build our community, we build our bank. And so that means fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. That means working with our universities to build the pipeline of talent required and to really helping that ecosystem that builds the next generation of companies. So when I heard about innovation challenges, it was a natural for me to take kind of my background in innovation and technology together with the mission that SunTrust has, and we decided that we would sponsor the next round of innovation challenges for Tampa Bay and for Florida, and we're going to focus half of the challenges that we're supporting for our nonprofits here in the Tampa Bay region. And so we'll be announcing those this year and holding those events where a nonprofit organization can bring a problem and we can bring a solution that not only could benefit them, but could benefit the nonprofit organizations in other cities and around the country. So innovation challenges, again, it encourages entrepreneurship, creates demand-based job training and skills. So as Brian just illustrated, you can sit in your basement and learn about a technology, and you can join an incubator and learn about technology, but to actually have a project that you can win, or you can actually create a product for a need, a real live need, is a different thing. It's sometimes called cooking with fire. So, and then again, that just fosters career readiness, which is something we're focused on at SunTrust. One of the things that I know to be true is if you think about, innovation, you think about the things that you see. You see the cool app, you see, the Apple, or you order an Uber, but you don't see what happens below what happened to get all of that there. And that's a combination of universities and open source community, new approaches to old problems that you would have never come up with unless you had the right people in the right room. Failed attempts, and as Brian was pointing out, a platform and tools you can work on that a corporation would never think of using those tools, mentors, coaches, and a support system. Those are all the things that underpin an innovative economy, and that's what we're trying to accomplish here at Synapse and in the SunTrust partnership with Synapse.
So we have a couple of really nice announcements today for the first time, as we're going to be launching 2 challenges that are actually now live on Synapse Connect. The first is sponsored by the Rays and the Rowdies combined and relates to Al Lang Field, a historical part of downtown St. Petersburg, so historical that Babe Ruth has actually hit home runs there. And it's now used for the Rowdies soccer franchise about 20 to 30 days a year and the Sunday market. However, there's about 320 days a year that Al Lang Field just goes unused, and they want to challenge you to come up with the best pitch, pun very intended, on how to best use Al Lang Field. There's $3,500 to the winner for the person who can best think outside the box. The other challenge is the American Victory Museum and Ship. It's a historic relic that's right outside the aquarium. It was a World War II ship. It's amazing to walk around, but the history that really lies within that ship is hard to feel, and they want to bring that history to life. So there's an innovation challenge that is out now on the Synapse Connect platform. $2,500 to the winner for the person who can really help bring that history to life and for the person who can really market this in the best possible way. These are just two examples of things that we're doing that are for the greater good of the community. There's other great examples upcoming. There's other companies who we've been in deep discussions with that we're very, very interested about potentially doing challenges later this year, including Metro Development, who was so happy with the wearable challenge that they're ready for round 2. So a lot of people and a lot of companies are already listening to Einstein without even knowing it, and they're innovating differently. We really do have a top-notch state for innovation. The corporations are helping to drive that way. They're really helping to lead. And that's exactly what we need. And it allows the innovators to truly access their talent. And it allows the innovators to solve real-world problems. We saw many successful challenges in 2018. More coming in 2019 as the challenges light up the state in innovation.